So one of the most common reasons why couples experience tension and conflict in their relationship is because they are so far apart from one another on really important issues. But here's the thing. Most couples don't start their relationship off that way. I mean, if you think about it, if you knew how much you disagreed on certain issues at the start of a relationship, you probably wouldn't have gotten very far in that relationship. You see, for most couples, one of two things usually happens. First, things don't become a big deal until later on, after years of being in a relationship. It's not until you actually feel the impact of being misaligned on things like parenting, boundaries with in-laws, finances, or sex. It's not until you feel the pain of those issues does it become clear how important those things are actually to you. Now, the second thing that can happen is you or your significant other changes their values or position over time. You see, maybe you and your partner were on the same page when you got together, but years in addition to people growing and changing for better or for worse can create a situation where two ships that were heading in the same direction now feels like they're miles apart and pulling each other in different directions. You see, in my experience, the solution to this problem is often found in some combination of three things. The first solution lies somewhere in the area of communication. Oftentimes, couples can't get to a resolution and realign back onto the same page because they just don't know how to talk about the issue constructively. Many times, couples therapy, part of my job will be to help mediate and to navigate and to negotiate hot button issues simply because each party can't listen to the other and speak to the other without the conversation completely derailing. Sometimes having someone to communicate through and to mediate the issue gets the couple much closer to resolution, which means the main culprit when it comes to failed alignments in the relationship is poor communication and conflict resolution skills. Now, the second solution is in the area of posture. Now, what I mean by posture is each person being postured in such a way that allows for negotiation and meeting each other in the middle. Things like being compassionate towards one another, being willing to share and control power well in the relationship, being willing to bend and flex to accommodate to one another. There are a number of posture items that I might take clients through, but many times couples get stuck on issues because they're just not postured correctly to be in a healthy relationship. They don't know how to bend and flex well towards one another. Now, the third solution is what I would call creative collaboration. This just means that a lot of couples I see have a hard time thinking creatively about ways to find win-win solutions. Most attached issues that they fight about, remember things like in-laws, money, responsibilities around the house, they attach these issues to power struggles or past resentments and hurts. And because of that, couples tend not to see the issues as clearly and objectively as they would otherwise. But if those things can be overcome, if there are power struggles and the resentment issues, if those things can be overcome, it usually results in a couple discovering that there are ways to work together and achieve what both are wanting out of a resolution. Now, there are some exceptions to this. In some instances, a couple might find themselves in a situation where they're so fundamentally at odds, where they're on such different pages, that it leads to a stalemate. But that's usually the exception with most couples and not the norm. Now, if any of this strikes a nerve or it hits home for you, reach out and we can help you figure it all out and navigate the mess for whatever or the cause may be. Don't go at this alone. We've got experienced therapists and coaches that can help you out today.